Hello guys. Today we have to talk about something very important. It's not going to be a fun video, but it's necessary. So Legendus has uploaded a video yesterday called "I'm tired of putting up with this in Mortal Kombat Mobile," and the video pretty much talks about the open fail issue that a lot of people are facing, where they get basically locked in an infinite loop of opening a reward, and the game just never loads. It's a very common bug. I've seen hundreds of people affected by it, and those people pretty much cannot play the game at all. So I want to address a few things. First of all, Legendus says that content creators have been silent about this, and I completely disagree. I have talked about this on many occasions. I've mentioned it in multiple videos. I've made posts on my community wall about it. Unfortunately, there is nothing else I can do. I have been banned from Mortal Kombat Mobile Discord. I have been blacklisted on all the social media because nobody ever responds to me. I don't know if they just ignore everybody, or it's just I have a special treatment for some reason. Basically, I have no direct way to reach MK Mobile developers, and as far as I know, every single YouTuber in the community I've talked to, they had never had any luck reaching anybody from Mortal Kombat Mobile team. There were a couple like attempts. Mand were supposed to have interview with them. It never happened. They just disappeared. They just ghosted him. Men with No Game were supposed to have the interview with him. Once again, never happened. Developers, like, there is zero relationship between developers and the community. They used to do live streams when they talk about the issues, they talk about the upcoming updates. Nothing. There was no direct communication between developers and community in years. And let's take a look at all of the updates that we've recently gotten. There was not a single patch update ever in the past couple of years. Before, they used to do it. If there is a bug, they're gonna release a patch in like a week after the main update to fix all the bugs. Haven't happened for years. So it's safe to say that this opening fail issue is not gonna be fixed until the next update, which is probably gonna be when the Elder Wind Tower ends in 3 weeks or so. So what does it mean? It means that there's a lot of people who haven't been able to play the game for months, and they're obviously very upset about it. And I've talked about this issue. I've seen multiple posts on Reddit. I've seen multiple comments on my channel. I know for sure that developers know about the issue because I've seen multiple replies from support team on social media, them saying that they are aware of the issue and they're working on a fix. And those posts were months ago. So apparently they're working on a fix. It's embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie, it's embarrassing. So let's talk about what Legendus is proposing. First of all, there is a petition. The petition is called "The Technical Condition of Mortal Kombat Mobile is Deteriorating with Each Update." And if you sign it, you're trying to get attention of developers to fix all the issues, especially open fail bug, because that's like the biggest issue, in my opinion, MK Mobile ever had. It's something that completely locks you out for months from your account, where you potentially spend money, haven't broken any rules, and yet you're basically equivalent to getting banned in the game because you just can't play. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I'm gonna link the petition in the description. Another thing that Legendus is suggesting is to go on a basically protest. He is starting a protest. He wants to spread the message that we should not open the game from 5th to 8th of July, which is in a couple of days. So we just boycott the game and do not open it for 3 days, from July 5th to July 8th, to support the people who are suffering from open fail glitch and to try to get attention from the developers, because maybe they will see a huge spike down in daily logins and it's gonna draw their attention. So I really appreciate the idea I really think like the thinking here is correct to try to get developers to like to force them to fix the issue. However, I have some reservations about this. Hear me out. So by doing this protest, people are going to lose their daily login streaks, and I know that a lot of people have their login streak in the hundreds, me included. On my beginner account, I'm nearing 500 days, and honestly, it's a huge achievement and milestone. And it's just a lot of people, if they're gonna lose it, they're just gonna quit the game. I've seen people who quit the game after losing their winning streak because of a certain bug that prevented them from opening the game for like over a day. So it's a very serious thing to ask for somebody not to log in for 3 days if they've been playing daily. Second of all, we have... I did some research. I pretty much went to the Faction Wars, to the leaderboard, and I counted how many people have placed on the leaderboard in the previous Faction Wars season. I did it on Android and on iOS, and I came up with a number that's around 300,000 people. Well, that's just great. Another issue. 300,000 people on average plays Faction Wars every season. So I would say, let's say half of the people play Faction Wars. So the real number of people who play the game pretty consistently is probably sitting at around 500, 600,000 every like couple days, let's say. So if we protest for 3 days, out of these 600,000 people, let's say we can like reach, I would say 10,000 people tops. That's usually how views my videos get. 10,000, maybe 15,000 if we're lucky. And from those people, let's say, like optimistically, like super optimistically, let's say half of those people will join the protest. So we will have 8,000 people. Like very optimistically, we can get 8,000 people to join the protest. 8,000 people out of 600,000 people is slightly more than 1%. Imagine the graph that they're gonna see. Then 1%. Whoop. It's gonna be invisible. It's not gonna draw attention. You will be surprised how little people are actually in on social media and in MK Mobile community. Most of the people are not gonna watch this video. Most of the people are not even aware of the issue, and they probably never will be. That's the problem. And once again, I'm not against the idea. I just want to bring a few facts to the table just so we can evaluate the entire situation. I agree that we need to show the developers our displeasure with the way the things has been going. I just don't think that not opening the game for 3 days is going to do it. First of all, even if they were aware that we're going to protest for 3 days, like they're going to be, okay, they're going to be back in 3 days. So why do we have to do anything, right? It's exactly the reason why Reddit protest failed, because people said, we're going to protest for 2 days, from this date to that date. And Reddit said, okay, see you in 2 days. Like, we're totally fine with having our site down for 2 days, as long as you come back in 2 days and everything is going to go back to what it was. In my opinion, if you're going to protest, you have to protest until you see the change. So, but in this case, I really doubt that the change is going to come before the next update. So if you're willing to not open the game until the next update, to be fair, it's probably a good idea to take a break and evaluate the situation. But I have a different idea how we can protest the way that actually might get developers' attention and get things done. And I don't think they care about daily logins. I don't think they care about how many people actually playing the game, because they actually probably want less people to play, because that means less load on the servers. But the only thing they care, let's be honest, It's a gaming company. It's a business. The only purpose of MK Mobile, the only purpose, no exceptions, for the people who created the game, the only purpose is to make money. And the only way to get their attention is to reduce the amount of money they're making. If they see a drop in daily logins, they're gonna be like, oh well. If they see a massive drop in their revenue, now that they cannot ignore. That will definitely get their attention. So I want to launch my own protest, and I've been a part of this protest for quite some time. I haven't spent a single dollar on MK Mobile in, let me think. The last time I spent money was when this update came out and I bought a few epic tower gear. So probably like 2.5 months. And I honestly, I don't intend to ever spend any more money on this game again. My last purchase was some, what was the action movie tower gear when it came out. I bought 5 epic packs. That was my last purchase. I haven't purchased Kitana. I haven't purchased Johnny. And I'm not going to purchase even gear packs in the next update. Unless things change. If the game is going to keep on the same trajectory, I'm just not going to spend a single more penny on this game. And I'm a content creator. I would literally make this money back from making content with the stuff that I would get. But I'm just so fed up with this, with all this garbage happening in the game, and them completely not caring about their viewers. I think not playing is not going to solve the issue, but not spending, that's going to solve the issue. Okay, there's actually 2 outcomes. One, it's going to solve the issue and they're going to pay more attention to the game, or 2, they're going to completely abandon it. Just let's just think about it. What happens to a show that has multiple seasons? How do they decide if they're going to do the next season? Do they look at the performance of the previous season and see if it made money, if it made financial sense to make the season? If they see the graph that the new season brought way less money and it's been like a trajectory for quite some time, if they see the revenues of the show declining, are they gonna double down on the new season and try to make it great, try to listen to the community feedback, and try to make the best season ever? Or are they just gonna cut this show and move to the next one? Just think about it for a second. How many examples of first scenario you've ever heard? When did anybody ever try to double down on a failing project to try to make it great? Nobody ever does, because it's much easier and cheaper. Again, from the standpoint of making money and from the standpoint of business, it's much easier to cut underperforming projects and invest more time and money into projects that perform well. So if MK Mobile stops bringing enough revenue to justify its existence, it's 99% they're gonna cut it. 99% they're gonna stop updating it, which it feels like they already did. I don't believe they put more than a couple of days in each update. Like, they probably have one person just design all the new cards, come up with some passives. I would be very surprised if in total each update gets more than 100 hours spent on it, like between all the people that work on it. So let's say there's 5 people, each person spent 20 hours on each update. I would be very surprised if there is more time spent on each update. So it's already feels like the MK Mobile has been cut as an underperformer. But if the revenues drops even more, it's gonna get cut even more. They cannot discontinue it, because then they might have some legal trouble. But they're just gonna make updates even less impactful, even less frequent, if it's even possible to imagine, because it's been forever since the last update. So it's like, it's a very dangerous thing. If you really care about MK Mobile, I honestly don't think there is anything we can do. I think that they don't care about what we think, what we feel. They look at the graph. If it makes money, they're gonna keep supporting it. If it doesn't make money, no matter how much we protest, no matter what we do, it just doesn't. If it doesn't make financial sense for them to keep supporting the game, they're not gonna throw money and resources on the game that is failing. And that's the unfortunate truth. Like, I really appreciate the sentiment behind the movement that Legend Us is starting, and I really hope it succeeds. Like, I'm definitely gonna join the movement, but I'm just giving my point of view right now that it's not gonna do anything. The only thing that might have a chance, like slight, tiny little chance to turn things around, is completely stopping to spend money. Like, I would encourage all the creators to just, next update, when the new packs come out, you just don't spend it, and spread the message to other people. Stop spending. Stop spending until they actually improve the game and fix all the bugs and bring new content and actually show that they care. Because why would you try to support a company that clearly doesn't care back about their players that play their games? So that's just my opinion. I'm not going to be spending any more money on this game. No Tab Joy, no gear packs, no, like, nothing. Literally zero. It feels good. It feels good because I truly believe that this game is the most enjoyable as a free-to-play player. Like, this account is completely free-to-play. Haven't spent a single dime on it, and I'm already beating all the Fatal Towers and all the normal towers pretty consistently. So it's possible. It's possible to reach, like, to beat everything in the game being completely free-to-play. So join my free-to-play movement. Man, if I wasn't banned from their social media, now I'm definitely like, but I want to see the change as well. But if you were to ask me what do I think is going to happen with MK Mobile, I think they're working on a new game. I truly believe they have cut MK Mobile a while ago, and they're spending their resources on developing a new game. Well, they do have a lot of things going on. They have MK1 coming out soon. They have Onslaught, which in my opinion is going to be complete fail. I just don't see that game being successful unless I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. I know there's a huge update coming in Onslaught soon. It feels like everything is getting huge updates except MK Mobile. I truly believe they're going to release a new mobile Mortal Kombat game, like when MK12 releases, maybe MK12 Mobile. Maybe not immediately, but quite soon. It just doesn't make sense for them not to. MK Mobile uses very outdated mechanics, very outdated monetization systems, which they try to make better, but like there's so many deep core issues with the game that in my opinion they just have to start over from scratch and make a completely new Mortal Kombat game. And it's 99% gonna be even worse money grab. But at least I hope it's going to be more stable with less bugs, less issues, and less problems. That's the only way I think they can fix it. I don't think it makes sense for them. Again, if I was like director of the company, whoever is in charge of all of that, I don't think I would spend like lots of money trying to revive MK Mobile at the state it is right now. I would rather spend those resources on developing a new game that's going to be even better, more stable, and like from the very beginning have like a really strong core. But that's just me. Anyway, I'm still not decided if I'm going to join the protests and not play the game from 5th to 8th. I honestly don't see how it can affect anything, but and I do like my 500 days login streak on my beginner account. I wonder if it's okay for this protest to open the game, claim your login reward, and then close. I'm fine with not playing any towers for 3 days, but I do want to keep my login streak, so I don't know, guys. My only suggestion is stop spending. Don't give them any more money until they prove that they deserve it. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.